It's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how to get Windows 11 for free. Now, the problem I have with this is that 5 years ago I was on live TV talking about Windows 10 and how it was the last version of Windows. Now Windows 11 is here. What the heck? What is Microsoft doing? I can only speculate, but I would imagine, and you'll see why in this video, Microsoft is trying to get you to buy a new computer. Windows 10 is pretty darn stable, and with the advent of solid-state hard drives, people are not buying new devices anymore. Maybe smartphones and tablets, but computers, people are holding on to those things for as long as they can. So now we have a Windows 11 which is starting to pop up in people's downloads as an option. Or maybe it's not an option. So, how do you get Windows 11 for free? Well, there's several ways that you can get Windows 11 for free. Now, a lot of this is going to be me switching between my Windows 10 desktop computer and myself. So bear with me. We're going to start this process of how to get Windows 11 and the many steps that you may need to take in order to make that happen. So let's switch to the desktop. So here's seems like my favorite background. It's like pizzazz and all that other stuff. But anyway, one of the first things that you may notice with Windows 10 is if you go to your Windows Update. So we're going to type in Win and go to the Windows Update System. As you can see, this computer is up to date, so I'm ready for Windows 11. Or am I? I'm working on an older computer, so as you can see, this PC currently does not meet all of the system requirements for Windows 11. Now, if you've got a newer computer, you may get a message that says that your computer is ready to go and you can download Windows 11. Now, that's the quick and easy way to get Windows 11. It'll just start to show up in your Windows Update, and then you can just click on the download, and then after a period of time, your computer will be switched from Windows 10 to Windows 11. But what if you have an older computer and you want to go to Windows 11? Now, before we go through this process, I will have to say that Windows 10 is still going to be supported by Microsoft till at least 2025. And that puts it in the usual range of supported operating systems by Microsoft. Microsoft normally gives you a 10-year window as to how long you can play with their operating systems. When Windows 7, I almost said 9, when Windows 7 and Windows 8 came out, Windows 7 was supported from 2009 to 2019, and I think that's right, yeah. And I forget when Windows 8 came out. Oh, let's just say it came out 2012, which is about right. So it stands to say about this year or next year, Windows 8 will end its support, and the only operating system that will be supported will be Windows 10. Now, Windows 10 came out in 2015, so it goes along the lines again with Microsoft saying, hey, we're going to give you 10 years, and then it's time to move on and upgrade. So don't worry about going and just downloading that Windows 11 update unless you just absolutely, positively have to have it. And there are several reasons why you want to be cautious is to get that update. Now, there are several things in Windows that somewhat make Windows 11 compatible on older computers. Now, to check it, you can get the PC health check by clicking this link in your Windows Update. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now, this will take us to a website where we can actually download the checker. And it's taking a few minutes to download that checker. So as we wait, we'll open up the actual Windows checker here. Let's close that browser window because it's like taking forever. Let's go back to the PC checker. So the PC checker, after you download it, is this. It's a utility that you download from Microsoft's site, and I'm going to get rid of this background, that allows you to take steps to make sure that your computer has the right health in order to download Windows 11. So there's several things that the PC checker will want you to do. Number one, if you look over to the left-hand side of the PC health check, you could see that it wants to check your RAM and, of course, how much storage space you have on your computer. And then now this is odd. Yes, it's an older computer, but Windows wants you to make sure that it knows the year of your computer. Now, other things that it wants to make sure of is that you're set up to back up your computer. So you can do that, or actually it will probably register if you're using OneDrive to back up your computer. And since I have an Office 365 account, that means that I've set my computer up for backup. The other thing that it wants to do is that it checks your Windows Update to make sure you've got the most current version of Windows, and it gives you details as far as startup time and other things about your computer that are important. Now, if you click on the check now to see if your computer meets the requirements of Windows 11, it'll give you a quick check to see or show you what things that may make it compatible or not compatible with Windows 11. So one of the things that it tells you is that you'll get updates for Windows 10 still. Like I said, Windows 10 is still supported through 2025. Also, several things that you can do. You can enable secure boot. And one of the other things is TPM 2.0 needs to be supported and enabled on this computer. And the exclamation point means that these are things that you can actually change on your computer to make it a little bit more compatible. But the big thing about this is that my i7 processor isn't supported for Windows 11. And before we get more in the list, support. What exactly does that mean? Well, support basically means that your computer is still going to work. But support means that if you decide to download Windows 11 on your computer, it means that if you run into any problems, don't you dare run to Microsoft and call and say, oh my gosh, I downloaded Windows 11 and now I can't get my computer to work. Microsoft's going to say, well, hopefully you ran the PC checker. And if you did, you got the warnings. And if you decided to install it anyway, good luck with getting that to work, because we're not going to help you along the way. Other things the PC checker will allow you to do, if you scroll down, it sees how much RAM you have installed on your computer. Make sure you have storage space, and to make sure that you have the right type of processor installed on your computer, meaning that it has 2 or more cores. This computer has 4, and that the processor speed is 1 gigahertz or faster, which is important because you need a powerful processor to handle the more instances of your computer when you run Windows 11. Now, I kind of have a gripe with this, because if you have a Macintosh computer, Mac OS, and at the time of this video, is Big Sur. Now, Big Sur will run on older Macintosh computers with no problem, provided they have the right system, of course. But Microsoft is adding more things to make Windows 11 run on a limited amount of machines. So essentially, if you're a non-computer genius like myself, then your only option would be, if you want Windows 11, is to go out and buy a newer computer. But if you want to take that risk, there's something else that you can do in order to get a copy of Windows 10. And at the very least, if you want to experiment with Windows 10, you can do it yourself. So this takes us to what's called the Microsoft Insider Program. So the Insider Program is basically the beta test. And they wanted to take that word beta test off there because people don't like to test stuff. But if you want to get Windows 10 for free, let's close that, because obviously I'm using Chrome. But anyway, you would visit insider.windows.com to get to the Windows Insider Program. So the first thing that you need to do is to sign up. And guess how you're going to have to sign up? You're going to have to sign up using a Microsoft account. So if you have a Microsoft account, meaning that you're using Office 365 or Hotmail or one of those other Microsoft accounts, you're already in. You can start using the Insider program. Now, what you can, after you register, you can do what's called Flight. That basically means that you can install Windows Insider Preview builds for different computers. And you can also download what's called an Insider Preview ISO, which is essentially a downloaded file on your computer so that you can install different test copies of Windows. So if you're wanting to get Windows 11, what you can do is take one of these flights. So let's click on the link here where you can go to the download Windows Insider Preview, and let's skip to this because this website's taking forever. And this is what it will take you to. So now, once you're on your site, then you can definitely go and click on different ISO previews to download. And as you can see, there is a Windows 11 Insider Preview that you can click on. And it gives you a little bit more instructions here as far as how to verify which version of Windows that you need to download. So you can read the requirements for your operating system for 10 or 11, or again, you can just skip and go to the Windows 10 on ARM preview. And there's another link in this download where you can update to Windows 10. If you scroll down on the list a little bit further, you can actually get to another download link here. If you click on the Client Insider Preview and download, it gives you the build. After a few seconds, it will start the process, as you can see down here, of downloading the Windows 11 ISO file to allow you to start using Windows 10 and get the installation process started. Now, once you get the ISO file, which I already have downloaded, we can, and I think I started the download process somewhere. There we are. So once it's downloaded and installed, what you would need to do is to click on your this PC, and then it will create, the ISO will create a fake DVD drive. You double click on it, and you will get this screen here, which is the Windows Install Windows 11 screen. So you can choose the option to, I want to help to make the installation better. You can click on Next. It'll download updates like it will on potential Windows 10 installations. And after it downloads the updates, it may do a quick check on your system. It probably won't, because you probably won't. It'll just install Windows 11, and then you're off to the races. So that, in a nutshell, is how you can try to get Windows 11 installed on your computer. Now again, if you go to Windows Update and you see that it says that your computer is not supported by Windows 11, I wouldn't attempt it. But if you go to Windows Update and see that your computer is supported by, did I say Windows 10? I meant Windows 11. I get those numbers confused. But anyway, if you see your computer isn't compatible with 11, don't download it. Just, if you really need to get it, go ahead and get it. New computer. But if you really want 11 and you want to try it on your computer, that's probably the only way you're going to be able to download it, because I think at this point, if your computer's not supported, then you're just going to have to get a new one, and that's probably the safest and easiest thing to do it. So in a nutshell, after about 12 or 14 minutes of video, you just need to get a Windows update to make sure that you can get Windows 11 on your computer. But if you can't, don't risk it. Just go out and get a new computer if you need to have it. So with that said, if you've got comments or questions about Windows 11, leave in the comment section below. In my opinion, there's really nothing major about Windows 11 that you're going to miss out on. But if you have to have the latest and greatest, it would be the update for you. Always have to ask, if you like this video, be sure to share it and like it, no matter where you're watching this video. And also be sure to subscribe to myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, and my company Integral. I love that. Integral. To get the latest tech tips and tricks on the technology and gadgets that you're using at home and at work. So I love technology. I've read all the manuals and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.